Adonis Catering looks after a lot of elite athletes. Not just elite, but from ballerinas to super heavyweight professional wrestlers to figure competitors to the country's best soccer players to AFL footballers. There isn't an athlete we can't look after. For me, Adonis Kitchen is allowing us to teach athletes how to cook and fend for themselves. The premise of Adonis Kitchen is to allow them to come to me with their issues and their problems with how they eat, which is such an important part of their day-to-day, and to be selected and to be their best. So for this episode, we've got Bubs and Nia in the kitchen today. Look, as much as we have an eclectic group of athletes in the Adonis Kitchen, sometimes we need them from the same sport, but with a bit of a difference. We've got Bubs, who's paved the way for a lot of these athletes and young women becoming Matildas, and then we've got one who is very young in a Matilda stage, very early. So it's great to have him in the kitchen. Bubs wants to learn. Actually, when I spoke to Bubs on the phone, bless her, she was making a sugo on the stove. She's a very competent chef. She knows what she's doing in the kitchen. She just wanted to know how to make a pad see ew. Pad see ew has got loads of sugar and artificial stuff in it with all the sauces and everything. Very Thai Asian dish. I'm going to show her a way we're going to do one together without all the artificial stuff and make it real natural and clean and fun and delicious.
My name is Melissa Barbieri. I'm a former Matildas captain. I played for the national team for about 15 years altogether. I first made my train-on debut as a 16-year-old midfielder, but then made the full squad when I was 22 as goalkeeper. I have a young daughter, Holly, and I also coach at Melbourne City and also play at Melbourne City as well. If we have a mid-afternoon match, I'll need a small breakfast and then a substantial lunch. I also like to carbo load on the night before. I don't have much time to cook, which is my problem. But if I get in the mood, I could, make a sugo, a brodo, all in one day. I was really interested in broadening my flavors in the kitchen. I would love to know how to make an Asian style meal, and a pad see ew is probably a favorite of the whole family, something that I could make for myself but then share, if I have to, with my family.
The pad see ew we're going to do today is obviously the healthy version, I suppose, if there is one. It's a lot healthier than all those bottled sauces. So David Thompson uses oyster sauce, dark soy sauce, light soy sauce, sugar, and rice vinegar. So any dietitian is just going to go, heart attack immediately. Like you can't eat that every day as an elite athlete, be ready for game day every day, and not have a coronary by the time you're 45. Mm-hmm. So we'll work around that. We're going to do a really delicious ginger dressing that I've sort of stole and made a healthier version from another Asian chef. This guy's name is David Chang. He's Korean American or American Korean, whoever wants to spin it on that day. He does a really nice dressing with lemon juice and sugar, loads of ginger, and loads of soy sauce. We're going to do that version, but we're going to do the healthy one. So we're going to substitute all of David Thompson's soy sauces and stuff, and sugary sauces, and preservative-riddled sauces, and do something more fresh and clean. So, come to me. You're going to make a dressing. I want you to zest, and we're going to juice these lemons into this beautiful little pan here. Each lemon has about 50 mils of juice in each one. So when we're writing a recipe for this one, I'll say I want to go equal amounts of honey and lemon. Why we're doing equal amounts of honey and lemon is because we're going to do lemon zest and juice. So there's going to be enough lemony flavor into it. And once we get the honey into it, it's just going to come up to the boil together. Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to clean some ginger.
Can I check first? A lot of people say don't go past the white.
Yeah, correct.
True.
But just, keep working around it. That's good. You can peel ginger heaps of ways. How do you peel ginger normally? Like with a spoon or something, or what?
No, like you're doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good.
Confident, remember?
Yeah, confident. If we need more ginger, we'll add to it later. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But as I said, this dressing is the ultimate balance. You're going to play balancing act now. You're going to get the acidity of lemon, the saltiness of the tamari, the flavor of the ginger, and the sweetness of the honey.
Noodles over here is having struggled to tell whether...
What's wrong? You just pushing some lemons through a...
Yeah, no.
You alright?
Yeah.
Have you got an injury you didn't tell me about?
No, she needs to do more upper body.
Okay. So you soccer players just kick balls, man. You're all cardio and legs. Yeah. With the greens, I'm just going to slice the leaves finely and the stems even finer. So when we saute them later, when we cook them in the wok later, they cook pretty quickly. Like we're not going to have to blanch them or anything or pre-cook them or whatever.
Is that so that they go soft straight away?
Yeah, they cook faster. Yeah. So in the saute with the beef for later, we're going to do this Chinese broccoli here. Sliced nice and fine. We're going to do, we'll microplane a little bit of garlic over it once it's in the little bowl here. And then we've got some kimchi and we'll do some mushrooms as well. Cape Green beef. Now I love Cape Green beef. They're not paying us, but you know, I love Cape Green beef because I've been using it in restaurants for years. It's some of the cleanest air. When you're talking about sustainability of producers and you know the care that they take for their animals. So all that lemon juice that's in there. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Nia.
You're welcome.
Tip that in. Oh, let me just get it.
Oh.
Yeah, get it in there. And let's say 50 grams of honey is like a tablespoon.
Oh wow!
Alright, so we're just putting it onto the gas, high heat, and I'm going to leave the spoon in there.
So the honey comes off?
Yes. We've got these beautiful little mushrooms. We've got a really cool mushroom grower towards Yarra Valley in Victoria, a little place called Lilydale. I'm just threading, these are like hair threads, oyster mushrooms. I'm just going to pull them off. Mm-hmm. So the tamari, again, we're using this for the less sodium, and we're going to do this to taste. So you're going to hold on to that, you're going to stir it in a second. I'm going to add it, and you're going to tell me to stop.
Oh, am I tasting?
Yeah, you're going to stir it and taste. So obviously we're trying to substitute here. I'll stop. We're going to taste it, we're going to add more in a second. It's always better to put less than more anyway. Taste it.
Did he just put his finger straight in it?
It's the same finger. It's one finger. If I put the same finger in twice, that's when you can get upset at me.
Okay.
Mark up here what said that it's allowed. It's lemony, then what? Is it sweet? Is it salty enough? If it's not salty enough, we can add more. It's definitely lemony though.
It's all lemony.
All lemony, so it's not sweet enough then. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put a little bit more sugar. Tamari, sorry. Stir that through. We want more of because we're trying to substitute dark soy, light soy oyster sauce, we need something that's a little bit darker than normal. So these noodles have just been soaking in hot kettle water. It's pretty cold now, but at least they're all soaked, ready to go. Do you want to be my cow? So I can explain to everyone what a flank is? Turn around for a second. Let's pretend you're a big 1.2 ton cow. Big boy. All right, and around here, where the lower part of the belly is, like the back end of the belly towards its hind legs, that's where the flank is. We're just going to slice this. So one, it cooks fast, and two, so fibrous cuts like this, you either slow cook them whole until they go really soft, like a braise, like when you braise a lamb shoulder or something, or a beef brisket for that matter, or you slice it really fine and it cooks really fast and it stays nice and tender. So we're just going to do strips like this. They're going to get into the pan later really fast and cook really fast.
Cut with the line of the...
With the grain, correct.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So what we're going to do, we're going to cook this in 2 stages.
Okay.
We're going to cook the beef, the mushrooms and the greens and the kimchi and the eggs in one pan, in one wok.
Yep.
Tip it all out into this little dish here and then get it nice and hot again and cook the noodles and do the ginger dressing through that.
Okay.
Now, this is probably at a moderate heat. You can just see smoke just coming off the wok. This is no doubt going to start a little bit of a fire, but yeah, we'll be fine. But that's how hot you need to get it. Like, look how hot that is. Mm-hmm. All right, you now want to get it like around, so you got a better surface area of heat, and it's going to get intense real quickly in a second. I'm going to throw the beef in first. I'm not going to season it, marinate it, nothing, because we don't need to. We're going to cook it that fast that it's not going to matter. I'm also going to cook this beef into like maybe 2 batches. I'm not going to just throw all the beef in now and start stewing. I want it to cook quickly and effectively. Again, because we've got this here, it's going to cook pretty quick. And to be honest, I was maybe being, a little bit delicate, and I probably should have got a little bit hotter. But this is a good barometer. If you're unsure of how hot your wok is, just put 1 piece in. Mm-hmm. All right. This is a good opportunity to season. Let's not season excessively though, because we got salty stuff happening later, and I'd rather us use tamari as salt instead of salt.
Yeah.
You getting excited? You're watching this now because I'm going to leave you alone with the noodles. You're going to get that caramelization part by yourself.
Of the noodles or
The noodles later.
Okay.
All right. Yes. Good. I didn't mean that. Don't get scared. All right. Overrated.
That happens in my kitchen.
So the benefit of using coconut oil is not only the health benefits of it, but it's more, you can increase your temperature of your cooking surface, which is why we're using it in this case. So it's Asian cooking, so it sort of goes already. But as I said, the biggest part of cooking this at home is to get those noodles really caramelized and beautiful. Yeah. We're standing so far back. I'm gonna go sit back here. Alright, pop it down. Again, we're losing temperature, so let it get really, really hot.
But that was bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
What to do?
No, that was fine. Nice. Got another one? Yeah, got another one. All these garnish stuff. That looks good.
Smells good.
Does it smell good? Excellent.
Oh, almost lost half of it.
Sorry, heat's up.
I feel like it's fresher. You can feel it's healthier, and you don't really feel guilty eating it.